How would you explain your style?
I guess I would describe it as figurative. I mean, some people describe figurative as just as like human bodies, but other people describe figurative as like painting like real life things that you can identify. So definitely not abstract, but like I guess like realism with like a hint of surrealism, very nature, very like avoiding the human figure. Even though sometimes I do hide it in there. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm saying too much now.
Not yet, not yet. They'll definitely find out later. One of your paintings that really stood out to me was a painting with a house made of cactus. And inside this house, of course, there was leaves also inside this house, but all the way in the background, there's a nice landscape, I believe made of sand and blue sky. And in the blue sky, there's like a red dot. And I've always been fascinated about why you put that red dot there. Because I see it often in most of your uh, paintings. Is there something deeper to the red dot? Or?
So, what I have been able to understand from the red dot and why I even include it in my paintings, for most of them, if not all of them, don't feel complete until I put that celestial object in the sky. Um, and over time, it's felt like the smaller it gets in the sky, the heavier it feels, and the more powerful it feels in the composition. And it always has to be in the center. And it's just, in a way, it feels like the thing that ties together the universe that I'm creating with all these places that I'm creating, and like ties together, yeah, like all these themes, like the one thing, the one unchanging element
Yeah.
in all of these different compositions, the one thing that gets to stay. And in a sense, that's a little bit reflective of like the soul, you know?
Yeah.
Like some people think we reincarnate, I'm not entirely sure,
Yeah.
but that would be like the one constant thing that doesn't change. That's like the same within everybody, you know? Because like I believe from my some experiences that I've had, I mean, I believe that deep down inside, at our very core essence, we are just all one and the same,
Yeah.
of the same essence.
Yeah.
You know, like a drop in the ocean. We're indistinguishable from one another,
Yeah.
looking at each other, or like all getting into that body of water. You know, like once you touch that body of water and merge back into the source of it,
Yeah.
then you're no longer distinguishable from the source or from anybody else who has merged into the source. So that's kind of how I feel about the soul, and then about like the red dot kind of representing that one unchanging element, even though everything else around it is changing